Welcome to the Math School by Ifra. In this video, we are going to discuss the Maths Glossary. Okay, now amplitude. The distance between a maximum or a minimum point and the principal axis of a sinusoidal function. Arithmetic progression. Each term in the progression differs from the term before by a constant. Asymptote. A straight line such that the distance between a curve and the line approaches to zero as they tend to infinity. Okay, B. Basic angle. The acute angle made with the x-axis. Binomial. A binomial with two terms. Binomial coefficients. The coefficients in a binomial expansion. Binomial theorem. The rule for expanding 1 plus x whole power n. Okay, what is the chain rule? The rule for computing the derivative of the composition of two functions. Common difference. The difference between successive terms in an arithmetic progression. Common ratio. The constant ratio of successive terms in a geometric progression. Composite function. A function obtained from two given functions by applying first one function and then applying the second function to the result. Convergent series. A sequence that tends to be a finite number. Okay, D. Decreasing function. A function whose value decreases as x increases. Definite integral. An integral between limits whose result does not contain a constant of integration. Derivative. Denoted by dy over dx of f of x gives us the gradient of the curve. Differentiation. The process of finding the gradient of the curve. Differentiation from first principles. The process of finding the gradient of the curve using small increments. Discriminant. The part of the quadratic formula underneath the square root sign. Domain. The set of input values for a function. Okay, F. Factorial. 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 is 6 factorial. Read as 6 factorial. Function. A rule that maps each x value to just one y value for a defined set of input values. Okay, identity. A mathematical relationship equating one quantity to another. Increasing function. A function whose value increases as x increases. Integration. The reverse process of differentiation is integration. Inverse function. The inverse of a function is that function that undoes what f of x does. Okay, many one. A function which has one output value for each input value, but each output value can have more than one input value. Mapping. A diagram to show how the numbers in the domain and range are paired. Maximum point. A point P on the curve where the value y on its point is greater than the value of y at the other points close to P. Minimum point. A point Q on a curve where the value of y at this point is less than the value of y at the other points close to Q. Normal. The line perpendicular to the tangent at a point on the curve is the normal. Okay, 1, 1. A function where exactly one input value gives rise to each value in the range. Okay, what is a parabola? The graph of a quadratic function is basically a parabola. Pascal's triangle. A triangular array of the binomial coefficients where each number is the sum of the two numbers above. Period. The length of one repetition or cycle of a periodic function. Periodic function. A function that repeats its values in regular intervals or periods. Point of inflection. A point on the curve at which the direction of the curvature changes. Principal angle. The angle that the calculator gives is called the principal angle. Okay, radian. 1 radian is the angle subtended at the center of a circle by an arc that is equal to the length of the radius of the circle. Range. The set of output values of a function. Reference angle. The acute angle made with the x-axis. Roots. If f of x is a function, then the solution to the equation f of x is 0 are called the roots of the equation. Tangent. A straight line that touches the curve at a point. Term. A number in the sequence. Turning point. A point on the curve where the gradient is 0, also known as the stationary point. Okay, vortex. The vortex of a parabola is the maximum or the minimum point. Volume of revolution. The volume of the solid formed when an area is rotated to 360 degrees about an axis.